Hey, it's this welcome aboard the Just Todd Now ship with your host, Captain Naga, aka Ty, aka whatever you want to call me. I'm just here. I'm gonna see if some people join in, see if we chit chat it up. I got some a little interesting topics I want to talk about. I got some art I want to show off. And we're just going to talk this Psy Tai talk, the Psy Tai talk. The Psy Tai is the psychedelic talk. And tie-in, it means just think about it. So as we talking about psychedelics, but the tie-in means just think about what's going on. Just ties when you combine your mind with your heart, and you let that circle keep spinning. And you let whatever come out, just come out. So we just here, just chit-chatting. If you just joined the room, let me see this real fast. I'm just gonna be here for a minute. Hey, what's going on, Richard? Peace and love, man. I just filmed the podcast 26, but it's all rendering and doing all that computer magic stuff right now. But it was on a Wrinkle of Time, Neil deGrasse, extra dimensional travels, the role of psychedelics in involving ourselves to be able to ask questions that have not been asked before, which is something Neil deGrasse likes to say he asks himself all the time. Are we even smart enough to ask these questions, or smart enough to formulate new questions not based off of history? Because we already know most of the deal on that. But with these psychedelic experiences, we coming back with questions. We coming back with some questions that many people are putting off as just weird or whatever. But that's why we're gonna break the stigmatism. That's what the side top and all this is all about. Just breaking the stigmatism so that we can start really having a real conversation about what's going on. I'm trying to angle this camera a little more. There it is. I got some copyright free music, YouTube. And YouTube, when you process this, the Psy Tai podcast, this show does not condone the use of illegal or legal drugs. What we do in this is we go over scientific articles and I give my 2 cents of experience. This information is for educational purposes. Your body is your body. But also your consciousness is your consciousness. So I'm not telling you what to do. Is all I'm saying, YouTube. But this music courtesy of YouTube. I went in their copyright free library. I advise y'all to do that if y'all a YouTube creator. They got a lot of tunes there. And you won't get copyright strikes. Yeah, it's a green background. Or what's behind it? Bunch of books. Hey man, random thing during the stream. I got these 2 books. These are 2 books near and dear to me. I haven't read one of them all yet, but this first one, y'all recognize this little pretty cat? That is, in fact, there you go, Alex, and it's a golden Brosen. And the thing how this book found me, I wanted an Alex in Wonder's the back cover, same thing. I wanted an Alex in Wonderland book for the longest because I wanted to really read it for myself about why people call it trippy. Like I see the movie and I see the animator's interpretation was, but I wanted to get the interpretation for myself. So I used to work at the thrift store and the Goodwill, and eventually, for some reason, that book just appeared. And what made this edition so amazing is that I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I'm now in Northern County. I'm NorCal, Butte Creek County, whatever you want to call it. And this book was, in fact, like got the gold on the rim and everything. The book was, in fact, printed in Philadelphia at a Ben Franklin, the Franklin Library, Franklin Center, Pennsylvania. Let me show y'all this synchronicity. Look at it. The Franklin Library, Franklin Center, Pennsylvania. And the Franklin Library is in fact, Franklin Center is in fact in Philadelphia. So that book just straight up found me. And the things contained in this book is so trippy. Like the wording and everything. I hate to just flicker through this. I have another copy so my sweaty palms don't ruin it. Story of falling of like she was probably asleep the whole time and down the rabbit hole. Like that's why I see in all these mysterious things happen, growing tall, growing more than that. The wording in the book is so trippy. It's not standard English words pop up for no reason. Like it's so funny. It just is hilarious. Carrie. Johnny Depp tries to portray it. Like is that weird and unsettling time. And another book, real fast, is The Divine Comedy by Dante. The Divine Comedy. It was awesome. Hey, what's up, True Life? What's going on? About this stream thing, rambling. But I was talking about the Alice in Wonderland book and how trippy it really is. It really is a trippy book. And this book was made in Philadelphia. Now, I live in NorCal, and this book found me at a thrift store. It cost $190 market. I got it for 12. No, it was 15. And the Divine Comedy. The Divine Comedy I have not gotten into yet, but I've listened to documentaries on it growing up, and what it is about this priest or something that literally traveled to hell, and which I believe is just another dimensions, or it's probably something in his subconscious, or something that a being or something was taking him to, and he tried to write it down as best as he can. And this is what he wrote out of it. It's called The Divine Comedy. Like, it's a comedy, The Divine Comedy. Wow. Like, when I really just titled that, that's amazing. The Divine Comedy. Let's see if it's... Yeah. I guess this is a book in article. And how to read psychedelic. Because I just finished talking about a podcast 26 doing all that rendering junk now, and I was talking about Neil deGrasse Tyson. He said one of his ultimate questions he asked is, are we to comprehend the universe as humans as we are now? And my question, but with these psychedelic experiences, we're actually experiencing more than this reality. So our brain ended. Our ignorance expands is what the more we learn, the more we learn that more know nothing. But I believe these beings out here that know stuff, and they on different I used to read a lot of books and esoteric books how we're all stars and that's supposed to become a star and like father, so things like that. Time my view was like they say how you got the people, planet, you got this planets, solar systems, galaxies, multiple galaxies, multiple cluster galaxies, like millions of galaxies put together. I believe at each level, those are really conscious beings and job, and they all had to do some kind of work. I don't know what work they do, probably the same work we're doing on this level, but just on a whole, I can't comprehend that level. That's what I'm saying. But with these psychedelic experiences, we get a glimpse of what's really, and still we're interpreting it to our best words using that stuff. But it's happening. Like in the Wrinkle of Time book that I was talking about on the podcast. If y'all see that movie with Oprah and everything, she was a replica galactic consciousness. They didn't say what galaxy. In the book they really go in, but in the movie it was just like she represented a whole galactic, made herself visible, and Charles Wallace, who were the main characters. But she was right. That's why she make herself small, but she didn't able to really physically speak. She was. This really book really came across as awesome too, because podcast coming out. I'm trying not to ruin too much, but I started getting back into reading like books like this, like hard science books or novels by microdosing psilocybin mushrooms, going out in the park, and really letting the book come alive. His experience was so grand. It was during the summer. I'd just be chilling. I had I'll be reading a book, and I haven't read books in a long time. Like I read the esoteric books. That was like got me back into it, but I haven't really been reading in high school. And I'm a little older now. I look young, but I always say I'm 27. I'm only, uh, I'll be 27 in like 2 months. But back in high school, that was after high school and a little bit in college. I didn't read no books. I stopped reading books. It just wasn't interesting to me. I was going real hard into the music. I tried to be a rapper. I was working with my friend, and that's just what it was. It was relaxing to me, and I liked putting work. I like putting my thoughts down and putting into beats and stuff. Like I wasn't all into everybody raps about money, but other than that, it was all good. I used to rap about the neighbor like that and how I failed in the government. Yeah. But these books was pretty awesome. I know random things, man. Then what pops up? There it is. This microdosing and reading books. That's what I was. Microdosing and reading books and really make the book come alive. Read more than I was able to in the past. And that just boosted my self-esteem, that so to speak, because in this world we caught to just pay attention to 7 seconds, and that's how far our attention span adapts to and things like that. So mine was it was helping me develop a farther attention span as something and not have a worry about what's going on in my around me, which in turns those situations a lot better. Which a lot of people say they get lost in a book as a child. I guess that's where that phrase comes from. All right. Here go an art piece I was working on. Yeah, I was saying talking about microdosing recently. Remember, don't copy what I do. But at midnight I would like do paintings and stuff, and I would just get obsessed with the color. Like I knew I wanted to do a mask painting, but I really didn't really know. This time I actually went with his color scheme, but I just was improvising. Like that's his mind exploding something beneath. You can even look underneath and it's still legit. It's acrylic on a stretch canvas. Acrylic on a stretch canvas. And whatever it means to you is what it means. Another one real quick. It's something I think y'all should try. It's real easy. Like I'm no expert. I found out that art was taken away from me. This was like I'm always in some kind of zone, man. I'm always in the zone. And I was tying on how I was brought back to a place that I didn't have art since 8th grade, and art was one of my favorite subjects. I love I love researching about art history. They seem to have this lucid state of mind that captivated me, or that resembled. Y'all know about Salvador Dali and all of them, that they were real, and that's how they envisioned their paintings. Like they saw it and they painted it, or sometimes they improvise and stuff like that. All in between, but and they would talk about seeing their paint detail and things like that. And it was a trip report I was reading about, listened to on somebody on DMT experience. And if he asked a question, he asked a question, it just was shown to him. All these different art pieces were shown to him, like art. He can see where Salvador Dali and different ideas from, like that rim, but he was there, like floating in a dark void or whatever you want to call it, and shown all these pieces of artwork. They just for them like 1,000 pictures, so you can't really remember. All right, we back on. Whew, I hope this is still part of the same stream and they ain't trying to break it up. But whatever the cause. Whoa, does this thing gonna take 36, 39 hours to render? This is the stuff I be saying I be going through trying to make this podcast. So you got, I'm telling you, I'm living proof. Persevere. Keep persevering through whatever try to stop y'all, because things gonna keep popping up. But in these DMT rooms and stuff, people are showing art or people are showing objects, and if they have the skill, they're able to draw in and stuff. It's amazing what people are able to bring back in forms of art more than in terms of actual language and words, because they see then as well how much color talks. You ever see those space document or UFO shows or ah yeah, my bad about that. Hold on, how's this internet looking? Just keep one app open. Alright. And thanks for still hanging in there, bro. Thanks for staying hanging in there. Hopefully when they re-upload this, the HD copy, it just all buffers out. All nice. Alright. And remember, if y'all ever have any questions, any articles, anything y'all want me to go over in the podcast, send it my way. This is another art piece I was working on. It's a pour painting, like a pour, P-O-U-R, like a pour acrylic. And if you look at it, it's all nice giant reds at the back. Got nice dark right there. And this is very easy to do if y'all look it up. I should make a video on it, because it was real fun. It was real fun doing it. But I like being a little in my zone, so to speak, when making these. And if you look real close, you probably can see different things. I don't know who's watching this. We all different kinds of people. Alright, the last one I got is one of my personal favorites. Yeah, I like that one. And the thing about it, it is kind of abstract. Well, it is. Whoop. I'm trying a new system of holding this camera up. Oh, this iPad-y. So if you have motion sickness, sorry. There we go. Back on. I know. But this is yeah. I kind of wanted the reds to like come in and like that's some kind of sparkling invading thing that's coming over here. Then it's like some other force coming in. But the last one I got, this one is real near and dear. I put a lot of effort into this one. It's this one right here. It's just gigantic. Let me give that. Here it goes. And see how I got the blue border, the black space in the back. And what is this? What do you see in that? Let's get a little closer. See the details. Wait, let's try to get that middle. I'm trying not to knock over anything here. I'm gonna add this thing up. There it goes. One of my personal views on this one is that I like see this as some kind of whipping entity or something, or whatever you want to call it, just coming from that black space and coming into another dimension. And it's all abstract. Like I didn't really know I started off not knowing how I was going to start out, but then I just kept going with it. I knew I wanted a black border. I had to paint over something first. So that's why I had the black background. It was already a former painting on here I bought this kid to use. And then I kept going. Then I used some scraping techniques and did the blues and stuff all on the edges. And then I started just splattering reds around and started connecting them and everything. Dang. Oh gosh. I need a better system to hold this up. This is dangerous. Yeah, but like I talked about in the other video, Mushroom and Art, I feel real connected to the art whenever I'm painting and I'm actually and have psilocybin going throughout my system. Feels as though if I have a thought, it goes into that brushstroke. If I have a thought, it goes into that brushstroke. Whether it's angry or bad or upsetting or happy, joyful, just all going into that one piece. Therefore, it's alive because not one thing is just pure happiness and bliss, and not one thing is just pure hate. For me, life is the real life is the in between. It's the mix, and it's the behaviors that we choose to do, and that's get that away. And that's all. That's all I be. That's all that be happening. And I don't focus on anything else. It's like that's all. Other than the pain and stuff, like it's. But whatever. All right. What else I got? Yeah, man. This is just remember that's just a test episode. But thanks for tuning in. Let me bring that back up. Yeah. Thanks, Richard, for hanging in there. No, this is not a blunt for those that be asking me. When they be watching this is a hemp wrap. Hemp wrap with legal cannabis, California. That's where I'm at. But if you ever had anything weird happen to y'all, on or off psychedelics, Louisiana shrooms, no, I only tried 2 types of shrooms in my life. I tried the cubensis, because that's just what people be selling, and also psilocybin psoriensis, which are very, very, very potent compared to psilocybin cubensis. You do not need as much. You do not need as much. They're living out. You're saying living out in NorCal. See, as different mushrooms grow all over the world, psilocybin mushrooms grow all over the world. So, as many people out here with books and his websites that you could take a look at, just putting information out there if y'all want to know what grows. Reading between the lines. But, I wish I was able to change that background. But no, Louisiana shrooms. What's so popping about Louisiana shrooms, stuff? I want to look that up. I never heard of that. Good come here, yeah. Yeah, in NorCal, you find a lot of pans around when you walking and stuff. Like if you're just walking anywhere, like these things throw, you'll just see them on the side of the road. You'll just see them, and but the climate mostly around here is just in the fall. In the winter time. Not really in the summer months. Not really in the summer months because it doesn't rain. It has just rained last week for the first time in 4 months. 4 months. And I'm from the East Coast, so I'm used to like rain, blizzards, hurricanes. Man, but I saw the people surviving the hurricanes right now. I don't watch the news that much, but I think it's one going on right now. Grandma was talking to me about it. But yeah, it doesn't rain that much. So I only have a people in Northern California that like to identify mushrooms and for scientific reasons, because there's a lot of mushroom groups out here. If you join like the rec centers, where they actually go out and help you identify different mushrooms in the county. And the thing about my county is that it was around January or December last year. I was like, fall month. But I'm gonna try that out this year. I'm gonna go this year because I really want to dive deep into my mycology. I want to know what I'm talking about. I want to know why I'm experiencing. I want to know what's out there. I want to experience everything and have the overstanding, not just the understanding, to start a conversation, so I can learn even more off that conversation. You dig me? Yeah. And I like even finding mushrooms that are not even psychedelic in nature, but mushrooms just to know what species is around me. And it's a lot of beneficial mushrooms like Reiki mushrooms that are helping people. I want to get into that too. That's helping people with their cognitive functioning and helping them think clearly and actually do things that psilocybin do physically, but it's not psilocybin. Paul Stamets talks a lot about that. He has his own company. But like even these common lawn mushrooms. Like I used to look up these. I forget the name of it, but I think it's like gypsum or something. But these are just a common lawn mushroom. No psilocybin. But I keep them around. Excuse me. Because they look cool. I get spore prints from them. See what color they come out with. These just grow in lawns. You probably see these a lot. So don't eat these if you see them. If you see them, they got the... Man, light is so heavy on it. Don't eat them. They got a little brown, white ring around the cap. It's no doubt. Oh, can't bring that over. I'm just recovering from a cold too, so sorry about the coughs. Alright guys. Alright Richard, this been cool. I think. Hold on, if this internet works over there, if I type in, I got an internet browser open on the other page. Yo, this rendering time really say 36 hours. Take lion's manes and cordyceps and reishi also. Yeah, I want to try reishi mushrooms. Lion's mane, yeah, that was the other one. It was some kind of trifecta he was talking about. I want to put that into my daily habits, so I can be able to analyze more in this dimension of what I'm really talking about, what's really going on. Be able to really handle it, because during my experiences, I saw how I was able to bounce around concepts a lot easier. I am now. It's still integrated into me since then, but I was able to see big concepts and not just a little part of it, and see how they interact with each other. So then I was like, say, a person is able to create stories because they see all the dimensions of the relationships, how the sun rises and how that affects people, how the cars, the busy streets, how that affects people, everything. Like I was able to think on a more bigger level. I don't really know how to put it. Looking for an article right now about no, also I've been getting into chia seeds. I drink this protein shake that supposedly got everything in it. Like the chia seeds, the acai. Oh, that's a bunch of stuff right there, right in there. I'm kind of lit right now. I can't remember that. And I've been working out. I've been working out, which is something I never thought I would do. Which is thought I was gonna be skinny all my life. But I'm still slim, but psilocybin mushroom made me aware that memory is a balm for the brain. Taking them for 8 months, a big improvement on my memory and contraction. Yes, that's something I really want to work on, my memory. What's the best place to get it from? Like, what's the best place you found to get it from? Cause I'm all falling for the advertisement world. I was just going to look up Paul Statement's site. Yo, the L go. So I was completely. But man, during this the Psy Tai podcast, just to let y'all know, I've been learning a lot. Concentrate, but I mean, bring the whole thing back up. Oh, concentration. I was thinking contraction. That's why I just said memory. I was like, I'm not a girl. I don't know what's going on, but I dig you, bro. Concentration. That's the key to unlocking something. Like I used to when I was younger, I used to read about reports of people staring at one object for a long time, or monks meditating on one object for a long time and not staring away. And in my mind's like, yo, something trippy about to happen, like something mournful or something. Like if you really concentrate, and I really do believe in it is now. That it is now. That does in fact happen. And that the more you're able to center yourself on something, the more you're able to expand yourself. The more you're able to expand yourself. And whatever that thing is that you concentrating on, that thing gonna get powered up. That thing gonna get powered up. It was something I was gonna mention. Oh yeah, I've been learning a lot on the Psy Tai podcast, bro. I've been learning so much about the and it's not just a plug. I really do. Like when I go find these articles, sometimes I I try to get it prepared like at 11:30 at night, all late at night, so I can wake up in the morning and just jump right on board with the podcast and going on. And then sometimes I just be looking up the article right before minutes. Like sometimes it take like an hour and a half sometimes to get the podcast ready, but I just keep going for it. I'm like I know something going to break my interest. I just let it's after I wake up, do some meditating, I wash my face or take a whole shower, do whatever I gotta do. Make sure I drink some water because I made it 75% water, so I gotta make sure I stay hydrated. But other than that, when I'm doing the podcast, the articles that I'm reading are fresh to me. I have a clue, but we all go over it together. We all go over it together. So make sure y'all leave comments or more articles that can relate, that can take the conversation even deeper, because that's what I'm all about. It's not just me talking to a mic. I want us to all come together and create something fascinating. Create something fascinating. Evolve the level of human consciousness just up, just a little bit farther than what we are right now, so we can experience more than just our dreams, so to speak. Cliches, our dreams. Isn't that crazy? How those of us who had a psilocybin experience, or I'm trying to think of my LSD trip. I'm not sure, but how cliches come to you and they start making perfect sense. But in your regular conscience, you're like, that's so cheesy. That's so cheesy. I remember just the simplest thoughts walking through the woods, just being downloaded into my hard drive or processor, whatever you want to call it, and me being like, oh wow, yeah, Life is great. Smile. Okay. Now I feel better about a lot of things. Our facial expressions can control what goes on in the background. Believe it or not, I used to work at an ice cream shop. Uh, Let me plug this in. Saying the battery's about to die. I used to work at an ice cream shop, so I used to have to smile all the time, all the time. Well, at least it was called for us to smile all the time. But I was already kind of smiley person, friendly person. But after experimenting with microdosing and going to the ice cream shop working, after a while, I was able to get a command over certain things where I was able to actually be happy. And it was like I was just playing a video game where I was this ice cream parlor guy from the 1950s. That's a big hint. That was the theme of the ice cream shop. And 1950s, so we had to wear the button-up shirt, the bow ties. We had to learn to tie our own bow ties and stuff. So I can tie a bow tie. I'm a real man. Say, but it was amazing, and I was able to stay happy enough and content enough because it's like once you learn the game, you just learn the game. Like you just learn the game, and you're either gonna be happy doing it or not. And I was able to encourage the people around me a lot more because they were still, in my mind, just thinking in the world of this is it, that this is it. Nootropic supplements, no, I have not. I have not gotten into any nootropic supplements. I've done research into them, but I haven't gotten into nootropics yet. I really need. I really am getting on the ball with a lot of things, setting myself up for myself. I used to take a lot of time just putting myself out there for a lot of people, not knowing that I had to. I wasn't able to deal with a lot of things that's unleashed in people. So I'm working on myself, bro. And part of that is reaching out to y'all because we all got different fields of information. And the best way to come together is to start the conversation. So you know what? I'ma start it. But nootropics, I know they're real beneficial. I know they really are beneficial and how and improving study habits and what you're able to retain, reproduce when you're writing or when you're talking and things like that. And who knows what else? I know this is all new science. This is all new science. But the experiments is all coming out nice. All right. I was trying to. Oh no, that's gonna be too much. I was trying to share this to the page. If all right, I think it's time. I think we all can agree it's time for another song. And this is all YouTube copyright free, so don't copyright me, YouTube. But I need another song. Change. And until then, I'll just turn it down a bit. All right. Some chill wave. My nootropic stack every day is L Tyrosine DH. Oh wait, nope, nope, don't go away. Ginkgo, lion's mane, L-theanine, reishi, and cordyceps. I heard, yep, I named all the ones I heard of before, but I'm gonna take all of those into effect. In fact, I'm gonna copy that. so I can remember later. All right. But nah, never heard of tyrosine, L-theanine, or biloba. Biloba. It's actually just to bring this on. Let's tyrosine. Let's look that up. Alright, tyrosine is an amino acid. Amino acids are the building blocks of protein. The body makes tyrosine from another amino acid called phenylalanine. Tyrosine can also be found in dairy products, meats, fish, eggs, nuts, beans, soy, wheat, bleep, 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 bleep. Oh, that's cool. So it's a protein, synthesizes protein. Okay, talking about the 9 building block for dopamine, thyroid hormones. Cool. If only this was on the podcast, I'd be able to bring it up on the screen. But I'm not going to keep breaking my neck because nobody's going to watch a video like that. I already just got a green background and all. Unless... Nope. No, unless. Alright. I think I got a little something. It's going to have to cancel. I'll do this later. I need to use my computer the right way. And if y'all have any tunes y'all want to submit, if y'all some artists or music makers out there, if y'all want to play in the background during the Psy Tai podcast or anything, just let me know. Let me know. Send it to the justtaiNow@gmail.com or on Facebook or any way you can find a way. But I'll play your music in the background, man. As long as it don't have any copyrighted samples. Alright, it's a YouTube channel called Nootropics Expert. Awesome. Let's scroll back over here. Turn this music back down. Nootropics Expert. I'm gonna write that over here right now. Had me a wrench and I can give me a wrench and I can give you a wrench. Yeah, send them my way. Oh, they actually have a website, Nootropics Expert. But on the trolls thing. Tyrosine is a precursor to neurotransmitters, which include dopamine, norepinephrine, and epinephrine. Yeah. Now, it replenishes cognitive resources used in memory. L-testosterone is a building block of thyroid hormones. And thyroid hormones control energy production in the body. So I'm guessing it helps you get you some more energy. Increases dopamine levels in the brain, which is always good. Never feels bad to feel good. You want to feel good while you're doing your work, right? Helps with performance during stress. I don't know, what would that do? Now what's up? I keep going with this article. It say Terrasone is used to treat depression. Cool. Terrasone is used to treat depression. Terrasone was found to help depression in certain patients in some clinical trials. A single case, placebo-controlled case involving a 30-year-old woman suffering. All right, I'll still be here. I'll still be here. A single case involving 30-year-old woman suffering from depression showed marked improvement after tyrosine therapy. Helps with Parkinson's. All right, cool. Oh, you couldn't post links. Gotcha. Wait, what just happened though? Wait a second. What am I seeing? I don't know if I cut the live stream off, guys, or if y'all see in the screen that I see. As y'all know, iPads gonna have back buttons. One second. They're probably looking at me and I can't see y'all. Oh, there we go. Bringing up another video on the YouTube on my other screen so I can see if y'all what y'all see. If y'all can still see me, that's cool. But if not, okay, say no still here. I got it open. See, I can't see none of that. Yeah, so y'all could see me all this time. That's so trippy. There is no back button to the iPad, so I don't know how to get back to the video for real. But thanks for the videos. Off with this. We all tired. But do we really tie? Sometimes I don't know, dude. Sometimes I don't know. Till next time, it's got the Naga and tie always. Oh, actually was still on, guys. I thought it cut off. But yeah, tie always, man. If y'all still there. Oh, I see it just cut back on. I love being so unorthodox. I love it more than y'all realizing right now. But yo, since it's still on, I'ma stay on. I really thought it was off, like my computer was messing stuff up. But if it's still on, I'm still willing to talk. I got some time. I just don't like getting frustrated by things. I don't like letting things upset me. There go that buffer again. Hold on. I got the wait, what? I wish I could just hurry up and flip this over and start playing. As a matter of fact, since y'all still here, That's not. All right, I think it's working for real this time. I restarted the app. YouTube ad. Do you want to rejoin the stream where you left off at? I was like, for sure. And, and I was so scared to cancel out the app because I thought it was going to cancel out the whole stream or whatnot. Oh, and if y'all been following the Psy Tai, yes, I have dyed my hair. I just still got to do it. Yeah, thanks, bro. We working on it. They're working on it. It's the official, for one of the first official live streams where I'm just chatting it up with you guys. But yeah, I dyed my hair green recently. Well, teal. Teal is the official color. Why did I do it? Because it feels as though for me, I dyed my hair like this red blonde color before, and I had that for a while. And when I first did that, it felt as though it allowed a lot more of myself to flow through this body channel or something like that. It was during the psychedelic experiences, then trended on afterwards, where I'll just be like, that thought will keep being on my head, and then that would be something for me to do. But I'll keep putting it off, keep popping up, like, man, I really want to dye my hair. Or I will look at somebody and be like, oh, they got some real cool hair. And I was like, I don't know, it's just something about it. Something about it and my creativity that's connected to it. Like when my output and my artwork or making these videos, putting them together, it's something about it. It's something about it. And I used to really be real uptight. I used to, with my hair, it used to just be one way, one style, and that was it. You know, this can go there a little better. There we go. But overall, like I was saying before, for those who just tuning in, I was used to microdose and do some artworks like late at night. And here goes a bird painting I was working on before. Well, a while ago. Let's move this. Did all that work just to move it? Got steamed up. There we go. It's a bird looking down. And there goes some stars, some red stars. Put it a little closer so you can see the finer details. Yeah, I'm not Da Vinci, but I'm with the same inspirations. I'm with the same inspirations. I'm just letting the brush flow. But this is another one. This is what the first one I did. It was I was just throwing stuff around, real abstract. Sometimes I see a heart right there, and like a face with a nose and an eye, and like this is the ear, something like that. But what do you think? What do you think? Let me know. But the cool history behind this picture is that I took the picture of it and then I changed the hue in Photoshop so it just showed off the purple and the yellows. Alright, time for this song to go too. What do you say? I really don't know. It's probably the location that I'm in. Oh, kung fu movie. I promise you, it's probably gonna be repaired when it's in the when they finalize this copy. When they finalize this copy, it's going to buffer out all these things and combine everything. But for now, I'm just here so that at this moment so that we can chat And whoever have any questions or anything, just bring them up about psychedelic experiences, my psychedelic experiences, or if you want to talk about yours, if you want to talk about yours, just let me know. Sorry, it's a replay of it. It's so trippy, man. I got the same video playing over there, and I'm about to cut off now because it's playing me back like 2 seconds later. So I'm like laughing at myself hearing it. Yeah. But one of my first, for those new to the story, one of my first psychedelic experiences, I could say with magic mush. No, no. Yeah, I'll go with LSD. It was my first trip ever. I was just came back from the bar. I didn't drink. I went there to play pool with my with one of my friends' uncles. We're oddly enough, and then I brought it up. I was like, "Hey, I never did acid before. I've been looking it up. So I can get that for you." And then overall, we just went and we went and did it and stuff like that. And we bought 3 tabs because I wanted two just in case I wanted to do it again later at another time. Yeah, but for some reason, for a lot of people, it's LSD. Even though I knew about mushrooms first, but whatever comes, man, I was grateful. I was very grateful. But I had a tab, and then I was like, oh man, it's not working. It's not enough. It wasn't do really enough, so I took another tab. I'm skimming past a lot of stuff. I'm just tired. I'm just tired. And what happened was one of the cool things I could say is that everything was morphing. Everything was morphing around, melting, pictures, and not just pictures, the walls, everything. And when I was walking down the street, the houses were flashing different colors, like you will see octopus, how fast it changes colors, like that's how it was happening. And it was like, it was really cartoon like. It was very, very, very cartoon like. And I remember walking down the street and be like, "Oh yeah, it's so light. I could just jump. I can just like fly if I want." But I was just like, my body just felt so uplifted. Felt like I was free from a lot in my mind and just in my body, and I was able to walk around a lot. And I remember saying, "Yeah, I definitely would have been a hippie back in the '60s." I remember thinking that. It was all the normal things about like just walking around and experiencing the world and from a different light, like seeing literally a different light, seeing them give off lights. That's not just the visible band that we're used to seeing. And I remember all the thoughts connecting in my head from a lot of the books that I read and from things I was experiencing. And I was like, that's it, that's it, that's it. I was just outside, like, that's it, that's it, that's it, that's it. And I remember also saying, this is what the white people be on, man. I know. Crazy times, man. But yeah, it was fun. I learned a lot. And it allowed me to be freer than I was for a long time because I was real stiff. I was real strict in them because of stuff I was learning. I was like, I'm learning this. Nobody really know what's going on in my mind and stuff. So I was getting real depressed in that sort of sense because I was feeling angry. I was feeling angry instead of just a lot more sympathy towards we all on our own path of consciousness and we're all evolving at different paces and we're here all for different reasons to encourage people in many different particular ways. We just have to start the conversation or put the first foot forward or talk back and not just be like but like really say, oh, interesting, this is how I feel about it, because feelings matter. Like I said, yeah, my favorite thing was going to the movies. Great visuals. Star Wars in the '80s was my favorite time. So there, you go. Yeah, I can imagine because the writers, well, not the, most likely the writers George Lucas, but the animators for the ships and everything. The stories out there on YouTube saying that they were on LSD. They were on a lot of LSD when they were creating these starships and creating these sequences that we know now as Star Wars. So all of this is all it all ties in together with the big picture. But it's nothing about age. Age ain't nothing but a number. Okay, so yeah, man, I think I'm gonna tune it out pretty soon. Unless y'all got any more questions or anything for me, I'm here. And if y'all have any questions later on, just send them, as I keep saying in this thing, to justtalknow@gmail.com, or check out the Facebook, the Instagram, whatever the case is. I put a lot of updates on Instagram. I kind of do a lot of updates or previews to podcasts and things like that. And if y'all want to make something funny pop up behind me, feel free. Feel free. I want to see what creative things we could do. And I'm all about the jokes, so let's bring it on. Let's bring on the humor. But I think I'm gonna turn this out then. This has been awesome. This is Captain Naga, aka Tai. Thank you, Richard, for tuning in and chatting it up with me. I'll see y'all next time. Hey, it's all good. I'll be more prepared too. But thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna say this again. We all tie, but do we really tie? Sometimes I don't know, dude. Sometimes I don't know. Till next time, it's Captain Naga, aka Tai, saying tie always. And one love, bro. One love, Richard. Adios.